Hi guys, this is Tracy with Inside Pool Magazine. I'm at it again. I'm coming out of Joplin, Missouri this time with another young gun. His name is Landen Barnett. He is one amazing kid. Him and his family, the family support, the unit that goes on with these young players and their families and the support is overwhelming. Mike Hammond contacted me about a month ago or a few weeks ago about a couple of kids that he's been training and doing tournaments with and actually creating a pool league out of a bar in Joplin, Missouri. So let me introduce Landen Barnett to you. I'm going to run his video. Guys, this is one amazing kid. You're going to be extremely impressed. Ladies and gentlemen, Landen Barnett. Welcome back, guys. Hi, Landen. Hi, Nathan. How are you today?
Good.
All right, Landen, will you introduce yourself to the viewers, please?
I'm Landen. I'm 15. I'm from Helena, Kansas, and I go to school in Helena, Kansas.
Fantastic. Dad, how long has Landen been playing pool?
About 8 months.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Have you noticed a difference in his mental game as he's progressed from the beginning and up until now?
He has advanced really, really fast in shooting pool, and he loves the game. I mean, wants to play all the time.
Fantastic.
I think I still get nervous though, even after playing for a while. I still get really nervous before I play, but eventually I get over it.
Well, I think all of us do that. It's that adrenaline rush in the beginning when you're starting to play and that mental pressure. As you progress in your game, you will notice that it doesn't get to you as much. And that's just experience. It takes time. Honestly, every time I get up to the table, I feel like my heart's going to burst out of my chest every time. And I've been playing pool for over 20 years. So I don't know if it's just me or if that's just the way it's supposed to be.
I do the same thing. Even when I'm just racking the balls, my heart's beating so fast. I don't even know why.
I think we do it to ourselves. So it's not just you. Okay, well, let's get started with some of these questions. So, Landen,
Yeah.
do you have a home pool room that you play out of? And if you do, could you please plug that pool room, sir?
I play at OK Bar and Billiards in Joplin, Missouri.
Awesome. 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 Let's see. So you've only been playing for 8 months. Where did you get the idea to want to play pool?
So I was at my aunt's wedding, and we were staying in a cabin in Branson. We were staying in a cabin in Branson, and they had a pool table upstairs. And I seen my uncles playing it because they used to play a long time ago in J-Town in Missouri. And so they were all playing, and I wanted to play with them. And then they seen that I was pretty decent without even playing before. And so I started getting into it. And then I used to play at the bowling alley every once in a while. And then I just got real into it once I joined the league at OK.
Well, I'm glad that OK Billiards is giving you guys the opportunity to be able to learn. You know, when I first got started, it was kind of like you. I was at my cousin's house. He had a pool table, and I was like, "Ooh, I want to play too." You know, and they're like, "You're too short to play." So I had a little box that I stood on and drug it around the table, and I was like, "Well, says who? I can play." So everybody has their time when they get the opportunity to play. So I'm very thankful that you guys have that opportunity. Dad, have you how hard is it to find him places to play where you're from? You guys are from Kansas.
It's a little hard because he's under 21. Most bars won't let him in. Like we play in an 8-ball UPA pool league, and there's only 2 bars that will allow him in. So we have to set up all of our games
at
at those two bars for him to be able to play in. So it is kind of harder. I wish there
Right.
was more places that I could take him to play.
Yeah.
Right. That seems to be the issue across the board, and it's basically because of the licensing. It's hard for them to just have just a pool room. Back, probably showing my age. Back when I first got into it, we had just pool rooms, and back then they it was just a room full of pool tables with coin operated pool balls that would fall out and vending machines and one little guy sitting there fixing cues. That's what he did. And those places just can't sustain because of rent is so high.
Yeah.
So we have to figure out a way to get around some of the licensing, and hopefully you guys getting out here saying, Kansas needs more pool rooms that'll let me in. So maybe this will help get the ball rolling for you guys. I appreciate the honesty. Mr. Medina's in the house. Thank you so much, Danny, for joining us tonight. And Persistent Billiards has been a welcoming face to Billiard Talk Juniors Edition for a while. Thank you so much, Wolf, for joining us yet again. Okay, let's get going. Who has been your biggest motivator or support system so far?
My uncle Brian has been really good. He's played for a long time and used to be really good. And since I've gotten into it, he's been getting into it a lot. And he'll take me to tournaments and take me to places to play, and will play with me whenever because he really likes the game too, and he helps me a lot.
Awesome. And let's see. Do you have a favorite professional player? And if so, why?
I like Shane Van Boeing because I think his break is it's perfect. I mean, nobody can break like him. It's amazing.
He has a monster break.
How he comes up during the break and his perfect accuracy every time is just, without looking at the ball, is just amazing. It's
his practice routines and his dedication to his sport. And he also, his mother played, his grandfather as well. They're very well-known players. He's very much like John Mora. If you've ever heard of John Mora, he's out of Canada. He also has family that actually played professionally. So when you have something like that support system, it helps. But the man practices all the time.
Yeah,
all
I
the
was
time.
seeing a thing, and he practices break like 80% of the time, and it's amazing.
It is. He's a phenomenal player. Perfect ambassador to the sport. He'll be joining Team North America down in Birmingham for the World Games in July. So if you guys get the opportunity to see the stream, I will be there, and I'll make sure I say hi to you guys. Okay. All right, let's keep moving. So, Dad, what do you think has been his biggest accomplishment in the 8 months that he's been playing pool?
I would say our first session of our pool league, our spring session, he ended up with the highest in points on our team, and he was a 3-speed. That's where he started, and he started at 2-speed actually, yeah, and moved up to a 3, and now he's a 4. That he beat a 7 and an 8-speed during the pool league.
It won't be long, sir.
Yeah.
Could you tell the fans out there what does UPA stand for? Where I'm from, we only have, I think we have a TAP league, a BCA league, and an APA league.
Yeah.
What is UPA? Could you explain that to the fans?
What is it?
United Pool Players of America.
Okay. All right. Fantastic. How do they rank their players?
It's a little bit different than APA goes from 1 to 7, and UPA goes from 1 to 10.
Oh, okay.
In the speed ratings.
Okay.
And then, it's Call Your Pocket. It's a little different than APA, but not much.
Okay, well, you're calling your pocket, so that sounds a little bit like BCA. They don't want you to
it's closer to BCA.
It's closer to BCA, yeah.
Gotcha. Awesome. So huge shout out to that tournament. Do you have a league operator that you would like to plug their name while you're on here?
It's Ray and Kelly, right? Ray and Kelly Uber.
Thank you so much, Ray and Kelly.
Yeah, they're really nice. They're really good people, and they care for us.
All right. So if you guys are in the Kansas area and you're wanting to join a pool league, check out the UPA with these phenomenal players out of that area. Okay, let's keep going because we have a challenge match coming up. Are you nervous, Landon?
Not really.
Nah, he's got this time, right, Dad?
It's gonna be fun for sure.
Landon, what has been your biggest accomplishment so far, do you think?
I think that my like how I'm able to control the cue ball has improved like so much over time because I like my uncle. He's amazing at it, and he knows like he teaches me all the time. So I think that's my biggest accomplishment is getting good at that because that's
Awesome.
one of the hardest parts of pool.
Absolutely. Controlling that cue ball is something. You have to be on that. You have to be on the mark. Okay. What is one tournament you would like to attend and why?
I would like to attend, not now, but eventually the U.S. Open because I think I would love, not even if I just got 2 and out, just destroyed. I would love to see the people play there. I think I could learn a lot from all the amazing players that play in that.
I
And it's
agree.
not too far from home.
Right. I agree. Awesome. Excellent answer. Dad, you've got a very articulate son.
Thank you.
Okay, let's keep going. After high school, do you intend on furthering your education? If so, what would your major be?
I have no idea. I don't really know.
You're only 15. I had no clue either. Who knew that I was going to be a podcast host at almost 40 something?
19? Was that 19?
Yeah. Yeah. 19 all day long. Oh my goodness, you got a pistol on your hand, sir. The girls must be all in his inbox all the time.
All the time. Sure.
Okay, let's see. Dad, have you noticed his grades suffering any during this 8-month period since he's been playing?
Nope.
So he's
No.
on.
Yeah, about the same. He gets good grades, very good grades.
Awesome. Do you guys happen to have a table at home, or do you have to go to these leagues for you to play?
We had a table at home, but we were going to buy a new one, so we just now sold it like 3 days. Yeah, a week ago.
Well,
Yeah,
congratulations.
We had a 9-foot table.
Now we're gonna get a 7-foot.
It's definitely less space that you'll need
Yeah.
for sure.
It was in our living room. My mom didn't really like it.
Moms don't like that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I mean, when you have company over, you got this massive table in the middle. You have to put a board over it to serve people. It's annoying. I'm not going to say anything because I have one in my kitchen.
Yeah. So, what kind of table do you have?
I was given a diamond.
Wow.
I had a friend pass away, and their family didn't want it in their house, so I took it. Yeah, it's getting annoying. I'm gonna have to. My brother's gonna have to come get it.
Yeah.
I'm tired of hitting myself on it. Moving forward, how have you handled the pressures associated with pool so far?
I mean, I'm like almost every game I get, even if I'm just playing for fun, I get really nervous at the start, but then I realize that it's just for fun after a little bit and I get better. Like before, I honestly think I got worse at being nervous because I feel like I have to be good. I mean, before I was like, yeah, let's just shoot around and have fun. But now I'm like, I want to win. So my competitiveness makes me nervous, but I'm getting better. Get better at not being nervous.
All right. Dad, what do you think? Do you think he's putting too much pressure on himself?
A little bit,
A little bit.
for sure.
It happens. You have to learn to relax. A gentleman told me a long time ago when I first started playing competitively in APA. He said, Tracy, put something in your mouth and chew it. And I was like, really? He was like, yeah, chew some gum or something. And he said, because while you're going to focus on chewing the gum and the nerves will kind of just fall away. Another one of my friends, I don't know if you know who he is. His name is Jonathan Hennessy. when he feels some of those annoyances like that, those feelings, overwhelming feelings, he chews Jolly Ranchers
Mm,
because it's in your mouth. You're going to bite your tongue if you don't pay attention to what's in your mouth.
yeah.
So, grab you a handful of candy and see
I'll
if
have
that
to do
helps. And also, I've realized that when I'm practicing, if I'm just playing for fun, I'll put my earphones in, and that kind of helps me relax. I listen to, believe it or not, classical music when I play pool
Yeah,
because it makes me sleepy. If
yeah,
it makes me sleepy, I don't have time to be nervous.
yeah. That's a good idea.
Just a little bit of little tricks coming from the diva on this side of the country. Okay, moving on. Do you currently have a practice regime?
Yeah, I like to do certain drills. I like to practice on the ghost ball, and then when I'm at home, I like to rack and break and not break and run. I'm not that good, but I like to break and then shoot around 9 ball. I think 9 ball helps me a lot with cue ball control more than 8 ball because you don't have so many balls to hit. You really have to go in order. But
There are some fantastic videos on YouTube, also on my Inside Pool Magazine channel. Philly Fingers, he has some practice routines on that. Also, Christina Track from Russia, she has some fantastic recommendations on practicing. So you might want to check her out too. Savannah Easton, I believe she follows a practice regime too. So there's plenty of things out there for you guys. If you need any help looking for those things, just contact me and I'll make sure I'll put you in the right direction. Okay? That'll help you out. And moving forward, how many hours a week do you think you spend on practice time, Landon?
15 or 20 probably. I mean,
That's not too bad.
yeah, I think every day I play at least once every day. Whenever we had a table, every time I got home from like my grandma's or school, I would play. Or if I'm home alone, I'll play the whole time. I love playing pool. I play whenever I can.
And I meant to tell you that we do have an amazing coach in the room right now. His name is Danny Medina.
Yeah.
And he has some phenomenal videos as well. So I mean, the help is out there. So contact Danny Medina. He might be able to hook you up with a couple of
I'll
things.
have to, yeah.
Send you some links for some of his videos. Thank
Yeah.
you so much, Danny. We appreciate it. I wasn't excluding you, sir. I would never do that to you. Okay, so Dad, do you feel like the media, the tournament directors, and the venues are doing everything that they possibly can for your junior players, or do you think we could do better?
I, I think there's definitely effort there, but it could always improve for sure. Um, I think I think this channel is helping get the
Word out.
word out about junior players and everything. But I mean, it would be nice if there was more venues to play in and they were allowed in more places,
Yeah, because
Right.
even just to watch. When there's some pros there, it would be nice
Absolutely.
if you could go watch some.
I'm curious as to do you guys have a boys and girls club or a YMCA in your area?
yeah, we have both of those. I think in Joplin, there's a Boys and Girls Club and a YMCA.
Okay. I'm going to start calling some of these places and find out if they offer a pool affiliated schedule in any of these places, because there are some places, usually in the bigger cities, they do have pool tables.
Yeah.
So you might want to contact those particular facilities, Dad, and see if they offer it. And that might help out a little bit where you guys can get together in a different venue. I think changing venues helps the kids get over nerves. If you're in the same two places all the time, they get too comfortable with it and they're not expanding
Yes.
their vision when it comes to billiards. And I think they need to travel a little more. So contact the Boys and Girls Club or the YMCA and let me know what you find out. I'm curious to see. Okay. Landon, do you feel like we're giving you guys the support that you need?
Yeah, I think getting my name out and stuff, and setting up me and Tony's pit battle and all that stuff has helped a lot. I mean, a lot of people know me more now than before, and I think that eventually it'll get to the point where we can play whenever we want, tournaments every day. I hope so. And
Well, one step forward, I hope.
Yeah, that's it.
I hope. Okay, let's keep going. Where do you see yourself in 10 years, Landon?
I know I'll be playing pool. Other than that, I don't really know. I mean, I'm just going to try to see how it goes. I definitely want to keep playing pool for sure. I want to get really good at it, and I want to play in those big tournaments.
We have BNA Gaming says playing on a stream at the Coliseum is always going to help get over those nerves. Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining us, BNA. Thank you so much.
I had a match last night at the Coliseum.
Did
I
you?
lost, but it was against a.
It's a learning experience. You didn't lose, you just didn't win.
Yeah.
Never tell yourself that. I didn't lose, I just didn't win tonight. It just wasn't my day. That's it.
It wasn't my day.
Persistent Billiard says virtual games will help also. We've come a long way with these virtual games where they're almost real when you're getting up there. So you may want to look into that. That's a good idea, Persistent Billiards. That may help some of those nerves for you, and you get to play virtually with other kids. I don't recommend being on video games 24 hours a day, but it does help. And I think, especially with judging distance and certain things, I think that would help tremendously. So you might want to check out BNA Gaming. Maybe they could help you out with that as well. Okay, let's see. What advice would you give newcomers to the game of billiards?
Stick to it. If you're gonna do it, you gotta stay on it. Stay in stroke, practice all the time. It's not like you can just get out there and just rack and break and play. The drills really help a lot. The cue ball control drills, and it helps amazing. Like if you're not doing the drills, you're not gonna make it. It's really good.
In order to be a Shane, you have to get up there and do the work. It's all about the work. Okay. And the big question, if I had a giant bag of money and said, Landon, I'm going to give you a big hunk of this, what would you do with that money, sir?
I would
Not for yourself now. You can't do it for yourself. You have to do it for someone else.
All right. I would open a pool hall in Joplin, a big one with a bunch of real nice tables, diamonds, like valleys, anything that anyone wants to play on, and then have tournaments there all the time. And I would pay people, like pay workers to stay there. So like every single day we could have a tournament, but a different director every time. So then nobody has to be there all the time, and tournaments every day.
Well, we have Jeremy Hunley on the stream from Table Titan Streams, being sneaky with BNA Gaming. Thank you so much for joining us today, Jeremy. We appreciate everything that you guys are doing over there at Table Titan Streams. You guys are the best. Anything that the Diva can do for you, sir, you know I'm down.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you tuning in, sir. It's these kids are so thankful for you and what you're doing for your community over there in the state of Missouri. And I couldn't be more honored to call you my friend, Jeremy. Thank you so much for doing what you're doing for these kids. It's awesome.
Jeremy Hunley is an amazing person.
He is, and so is Brandon. These people, we do a lot for the community because we care about you guys. And a lot of people don't realize that, we're in a business where it's not always lucrative, but we do it because we enjoy the game and we want to see our sport grow. So it doesn't matter what streamer it is. I'm never going to knock a stream because that's how you guys know about it. In order for you guys to know and learn, there has to be streamers out there. So I appreciate it, Jeremy. You guys are doing a fantastic job over there. Kudos, man. I give you huge props.
Yeah.
Okay, and Landon, I would love to know what is in your case, sir.
I use a Predator Sneaky Pete, but with a Predator carbon fiber shaft, and then I use it's a Gyro brake stick. I've never even, I looked it up. I bought it off of a guy. I looked it up and I can't find it anywhere, but it's like brown wood. It's really nice. And then I use a Q-Tech Propel jump stick, a Vapor glove, Predator chalk. Um, I think that's about it. But yeah.
Okay, do you wear a glove when you play?
Yeah, I use a Pro Series Vapor glove.
Awesome. And Mr. Hunley says, absolutely, this is what we love to do. You're doing a great job as well. Spending some spotlight on the game we all love. It's all about giving back, Jeremy. It's all about giving back.
Table Titans are really good at playing it.
They're good people. You can't, it's hard to find good people nowadays, but they're good people. Good people. Okay, also, I do have a unique question for you, Mr. Landon. What is your favorite game?
So my favorite game is Scotch Doubles 8-ball I like playing with my uncles and stuff because I feel like not only am I learning stuff from them, I'm having fun while I'm playing, and I'm not too worried about winning or losing. And so I like playing just Scotch Doubles with me and my uncle or me and my dad or whatever with other guys at the bar. I love playing.
You're going to fit right in this tournament we're trying to throw together.
Yeah.
Dad, do you play pool as well?
A little bit.
Okay, nice. I like it. Do you play any other games besides 9-ball and 8-ball, Landon?
Not really. No. I've played one pocket a couple times just for fun, but I think it helps a lot on cue ball control. But I think just 8-ball and 9-ball usually.
Believe it or not, my favorite game to play is Banks.
Banks? Yeah.
You wouldn't think it looking at me, but yeah, my favorite game to play is Banks. I guess because I can make more balls that way. I don't know. All right. Well, it's been a pleasure, Landon, getting to know you and your dad, and we appreciate it. What I do want you to do is plug some of your friends and family because without them, you wouldn't be doing this today.
My grandparents have loved my pool because I've never been really amazing at any sports, and this is the thing that I really love doing. My grandparents have just been supportive, and then my parents are really supportive. Some of my friends watch and play with me. They're not too into it. And then, my uncle Brian and Alan, they really help a lot. And the people at OK Bar and Jeremy Hunley and them, they help a lot.
All right. Tables, Titan Streams, we appreciate you guys. Jeremy Hunley, Brandon Aggie, and Mr. Eason, Mr. Hammond, all of these people have come together to create a venue for these kids to have the opportunity to show their stuff. And we appreciate Table Titan Streams out of the state of Missouri, guys. Hats off to you. We appreciate it. Mr. Medina is screaming, action, action, action. Yes, sir. Coming up next, Mr. Landon versus Mr. Tony. So we appreciate you guys coming on tonight. We'll see you guys in just about 3 minutes.
All right.
All right. We'll see you soon, guys. You're welcome. Go hit some balls, and we'll see you in a few.
See you.
That was Landen Barnett coming out of right now Joplin, Missouri. They are at OK Bar in Billiards. They will be putting on a challenge match coming up shortly. These kids love this game, and we're doing everything that we can as streamers, venue operators, tournament directors, and also like Rahana. All of these people have come together to make sure these juniors have places to compete. Unfortunately, it's just not enough. These kids need more help. I've teamed up together with Mako Tips, and they are trying to put together a massive tournament for these kids later on, beginning next year sometime. So if you're able to donate, please donate. Go to www.makotips.com. Scroll down to the bottom. There will be a link to donate to the Juniors Fund. This fund will go to the tournament and also help actually get some supplies over to the kids. So if you guys Have it in your pocket, $5, $10. It doesn't really matter. Donate whatever you can. That way these kids can get the events that they would love, especially this big one coming up. If you have any questions for me, please feel free to contact me. My email address is tracylerma.insidepoolmag@gmail.com. Coming up next, Tony and Landon will face off against each other in a challenge match. Stay tuned, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I'm going to run Landon's video one more time.
How it's supposed to feel.